rotating between Frost Strikes and Obliterates, and that is a 1-phase. 300k DPS on this damage amp at 263 item level. That's pretty stupid, bro. Frostbane on it too. I don't know where the Druid is standing. Druid just got disoriented. We are not in for a good time. Yep, Druid's dead. Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not FrostDK, and you're watching me play some Chef in Midnight Season 1. Wait. Anyway, in today's video, we're going to try and get into a plus 12 key, and we have a plus 10 key to push up into a plus 12 key, potentially. Because if I do a plus 12 key, then I can spam the bejesus out of those, and I don't have to do this piece of shit Ascendant, what is that thing? Affix, the Ascendant Affix, because that thing, it drops way too often. It loves dropping in the middle of my cooldowns, and then in the middle of my cooldowns, I have to turn around away from the mobs, and then I have to Blinding Sleet, then I have to go back to the mobs, and I've spent like 3 globals doing that bullshit. And usually I can't Blinding Sleet everything, so I also have to grip, and I have to asphyxiate, and it's a whole thing. But one thing I immediately want to say is run breath, y'all. Don't be running that stupid ass build I had. Don't do it. Don't do it. So why did I run that build? I was told that Frost Strike, the guy that plays Frost DK no matter what, is always the best Frost DK, the Frost DK basically, that he was running the build with the Icy Death Torrent and the Long Winter and like a few more talents on this side and whatnot. Turns out, no, he was just testing that. It turns out Breath is by far still the best build. Everybody runs Breath regardless. The only difference between 2-hand and 1-hand is that the 1-hand dual wield ones also run Frostbane. So yeah, there is that. I apologize. I'm back to running Breath. I'm not being a dum-dum anymore. I promise. I won't. I'm not doing it anymore. So what has changed since the previous video where we got a little bit of gear? I finally remembered to use the Void Core on my weapon. And then we also got this hero weapon from a Magister's Terrace. Bannockburn was very nice. He traded it to us. I upgraded it and used a Void Core on it because I'm going to have plenty of Void Cores by the time I'm done gearing this character. We got a Myth chest piece up from a 2 out of 6 champion chest piece, or was it 3 out of 6? Doesn't really matter. It's a massive upgrade. We also got a Myth belt, but it's actually not better than what I'm currently running. The belt I currently have has more crit, and I would just, I would just have the same item level belt at a lower item level. I will tierify this though, because when I tierify things, let me open up Keystone Loot. When I tierify the belt, I get crit and heavy mastery. That is good, but I don't have enough of these Dawnlight Mana Fluxes to throw around just yet. I want to have a full set of tier that is Myth before I commit to tierifying off pieces. That sounds like a good idea to me. We did put some gems in, so we have some gems all around. We're going for heavy crit, low mastery, because apparently it's more important to have crit higher. I am still pretty heavy on the haste department, but that's just because all the gear I can get just has a bunch of haste. It's kind of annoying, honestly. It's really annoying. Oh, and we got a Myth Cloak as well. That is crit haste. I think I tierify that as well, because I looked into it and it turns out, oh no, we don't tierify that. I'd rather have haste than versatility. And it seems to have more crit. Never mind. But yes, I looked into it and there's not that many good choices for rings. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the embellished ring, the Loa band or whatever, because it's got heavy crit, low mastery. And we're going to craft a necklace that's going to have the bandolier thing that's going to empower our other jewel crafting embellishment, which will be the Loa band. And then we're just going to run the crit, strike, and mastery gems, which is going to end up with us getting more crit from the Loa band proccing. Anyway, with the gear updates in hand, we're going to head over to Nexus-Point Xenas plus 10. Hopefully we can host a group that's going to do really, really well, because I would like to get a 12 out of that and didn't do a 12 in the next dungeon. But we'll see how that goes. And here we are in a plus 10 Ascendant Fortified Tyrannical Nexus-Point Xenas. I tried not to invite people with too much item level, but at some point I just had to invite people that looked good because, I don't know, it was hard to pass up on it. All right, we're looking to group all of this up into a Bloodlust. I'm going to go ahead and send that Breath of Sindragosa into Mark, and to get into Bone Grinder, and to send both of my dragons, and to get punched in the face by this guy. I'm going to use Shadow Meld here to make sure I don't die to getting punched in the face. We're going to blind and kick over here. Still doing good damage though. Okay, so Frost DK Burst is kind of stupid, especially with Breath build. I don't know, I feel like I do so much damage in that window. It is kind of ridiculous. Managed to keep up with a DH, but first pull for DH is not exactly great for them. Let's see where the tank goes next. Just gonna do some love taps here. We're looking at a 45 second cooldown window that I have open right now. We're gonna go ahead and use some cooldowns then, because I don't know, it's weird. A 4-mob pull is a little bit weird, but I think maybe it's a patrol thing. Maybe the tank wants a patrol. Oh no, he's going next while the thing is here. I'm gonna try and kill this. There we go. I was a little scared that was gonna go off, but it's whatever. We have big guy over here coming in, closing in, as it were. I'm gonna grip that orb back there. I'm gonna focus on this seer. I'm gonna get this Arcana right in here. We're going to Shadow Meld again to drop aggro. And I think we're ready to breath into Mark, into a Bone Grinder proc. Or not proc, but like activation. And then we're going to beat the bejesus out of that guy. Okay, and he's gone. That was as good as it could have gone. I don't know, tank is doing some kind of weird route. We're going to kick this to keep grouping it. I don't know what this route is, but it's very silly. I don't know, man. Lost in the sauce. We're going to grip over that seer because I'm not in cooldowns. I don't mind gripping. We're going to kick that Arcana right so he doesn't keep doing that explosion. I have 45 seconds cooldowns coming up in a moment here. We're going to send them onto the circuit seer. I'm not going to grip that adept. He's just going to have to sit in the background and chill. I'm going to go ahead and blind now to get that last orb. Trying to move out of the way here. Trying to get some more sights in. Gonna grip this guy over, stack him on top of everything as everything dies, and we should be done here. Let's see what the bear pulls next. Hopefully he doesn't pull the last seer. Okay, he's not pulling the last seer. We're going to go ahead and kick this. I couldn't get in range in time, so I just waited for the next kick. We're just gonna grip this guy in because that doesn't make sense not to pull that guy. I'm going to try and target him so that I can deliver swift justice upon him. I don't want to... actually, you know what? Screw it. I was going to say I don't want to send here. I do want to send here. I messed up, though. I used my... I didn't use my breath. I should have also just used 45 seconds here because next pull is going to be way bigger. See, I'm walking around with breath active. That's never a good look. Never a good look. Well, I thought next pull was going to be bigger. Now I no longer feel bad about sending my cooldowns. We're going to send one of our dancing, or not dancing, wrong spec, bro. We're going to send one of our empowered rune weapons. Oh, it looks like we're pulling this. I'm going to go ahead and blind the rest of the orbs here. We're going to stun this guy. I'm going to Wraith Walk. Wraith Walk doesn't remove that. It removes roots, but it doesn't seem to remove that. We're going to send our 45 seconds here. I'm going to get out of that stun so that I can move out of these swirlies. And now we're on our cooldown spending journey. Let's blast the bejesus out of it with the frost sights. They go crazy. Mana battery down here is just going to go off. I'm going to try and kill these before they do. That one's going off. I'm going to drop a anti-magic zone here. There's another one activating back here. I'm going to try and send some empowered rune weapons into it and stuff to make sure that it dies. A collapsing star does the job. The seer got pulled closer to these bombs because of somebody pulling it in. I don't know if it was the tank or not. Excuse me for clearing my throat. It is the first I've spoken today. All right, I'm going to activate this first, then I'm going to use my cooldowns. There we go. Activate that bone grinder, send out the dragon, send the dragon back. Use up all our empowered rune weapon, waste a bunch of runic power, which feels kind of bad, but that's just how you play this spec, apparently. That's just okay. You kind of overcap at some point, and I'm cool with that. Now we go into a rhythm. Now we go into a rhythm of using an obliterate to get to 5 stacks of razor ice, and then we send our thingy thing with the stuffy stuff, our frost strike. This thing's coming down right here. We don't have a break, but we don't really need one. I'm going to use movement speed to not get hit by that. Should have used anti-magic shell as well to make sure that I don't have the health absorb, or the healing absorb, sorry. But it doesn't really matter, does it? We're going to keep cycling between frost strikes and this. I think it's landing on me. I don't know why we're tucked into this corner, bro. Just move. Just move. It's not that complicated. Just move. I don't know, man. I have another one. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell here just to live a little bit longer so I could keep beating the shit out of the boss. It's because the boss is about to die. We're going to break these, get all of those CC'd, and I'm going to let somebody else activate this, and then I'm going to go when they activate it. I think, who was it that activated it? Maybe the bear? I don't know. I couldn't see anyone get incapacitated. That's weird. Maybe I just didn't see it. Anyway, so the breath build is, as you can see, quite good. I'm able to keep up with a Devourer DH, and I'm pretty happy about that. He gave us all movement speed. I'm going to see if I can grip things in. I don't need to. Tank's not going next. DH is pulling extra stuff. I'm going to grip that in. Okay. DH knows he has cooldowns, so he wants to send them. I messed up again here when I used my thingy too soon. Anti-magic shell should keep me safe from that. I'm a little bit stressed because we've got a lot of big piles of shit here in melee, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with that. All right, tank did manage to take care of all of it. We're gonna interrupt our focus again. I did good damage here. I'm pretty happy with that. DK stop. I did not pull that. I don't know why he said DK. DH dashed ahead. I gripped after he pulled it. Yes. I don't know. I'm getting blamed for other people's choices in life. We got the tank buster out. We've got a big pull going, a dread bellows going out. I'm going to use a anti-magic shell here to avoid taking that damage. I'm going to send my now kind of late cooldowns that I couldn't send any sooner because we were in the middle of some nonsense here. Trying to use up those frost sights and frost banes. Get those guaranteed crits in there. Lots of glacial advance damage happening here because we're getting lots of killing machines. I'm going to drop a D&D here. No, I don't have the D&D slow talent. Oh no. Okay, so I found things to use it for. I found things to use it for. The smudges here would have been slowed to a crawl had I had it. Tank's already going next. We're going to blind these, stun, grip. I did what I could. Okay, somebody else took care of a bunch of that. Null Sentinel is just about dead. I'm going to try and finish it off a little bit here. Looks like tank is just chaining at this point. Okay, I'm going to look at the other nullifier. And we're going to kick it, and we're going to send our breath. Okay, let's get into the cooldowns now. We have everything going. Get those frost banes in. More frost bane. Okay, I tried my best to avoid. I saw a nullify going my way, but it looks like DK is just overpowered, so I just don't die to that. That is beautiful. Plus, it's a +10, so I don't really mind. Big collapsing star. You see the health bars move on the mobs. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. All right, Duskfright Herald is over there. We're going to be able to sync up our cooldowns here with the 45 seconds. That is really nice. If tank could stand on top of that, that would be good. I'm going to grip. Okay, and now I can send my 45 seconds here. Frost sights reapply our frost fever. That is good, but only the exterminate frost sights, right? Not just any frost sight. We absolutely demolish this guy, get into the next thing. I'm probably going to have to hold my minute and a half here for the big damage burn. We do have lust for it. I'm going to go and I don't know why we're not moving over to the big mob, but we're just going to accept that as the tank's quirk. I also need to break the habit of using Frost Strike in AoE when I don't have Frostbane. I don't know, I'm so used to pressing that button now that it just feels weird. I'm going to send 45 seconds here because I won't be able to send 45 seconds at the start of the boss fight. So I'm just going to obliterate this guy into smithereens, and now we can get into the boss fight. I will get my cooldowns back by the time it's damage amp time. I got some extra damage out here, and I feel like I'm doing a good job. Okay, there were some, like, I'm a little bit slow sometimes to get started with my rotation, but other than that, I feel like I'm doing an okay job. We're going to use our thingy thing with the stuffy stuff. I'm just step away with a breath, not a breath, anti-magic shell. Blind those. I have blind available. All right, let's DPS the boss. There's not much I need to do here. I'm going to grip the nullifiers in for the tank to get aggro. I'm going to mark one for my kick. Do I have a stun for the Dread Flail? I do. I'm going to use it when he is about to cast Void Lash. There it is. He's going to die before that. And now it's big damage time. It's big damage time. We're sending absolutely everything. Get that Bone Grinder going. That is beautiful. We want to make sure we don't waste too many resources, but we want to get our main damage in for sure. Okay, rotating between frost strikes and obliterates, and that is a one phase. 300k DPS on this damage amp at 263 item level. That's pretty stupid, bro. That's pretty stupid, bro. 284k. That is stupid. I mean, we do have an augmentation evoker that is 289, so he knows what's up. I think he's done some super high keys as well. Let me take a look. Yeah, 16 seed, 15 nexus, so he's not messing around. That definitely helps us, but I still got to do the damn. 10% of that is Breath of Eons if you guys want to take that away from me, if you want. So 28k less means 250k DPS, let's say. 250k is still great for 263, I think. I'm assuming there was Ebb and Might as well, increasing my main stat or whatever. I don't even know how that works anymore, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to send my 45 seconds here. I'm going to Shadow Meld. I don't want to get hit by that. We're going to kick this thing. There's nothing else to kick. We're going to try and get our damage in. We have a Frostbane. That's beautiful. Frostbane does such good damage. I love the way that thing feels to press. It's just like, I know I'm slamming the fucking mob when I press that. So you saw me stand in those circles there. It's because, well, first of all, it's a 10. I don't give a shit. Second of all, it really doesn't do that much damage. Ideally, we would have someone that is going to, like, why are you pushing that away? Are you serious, bro? Whatever, we're going to kick it. But ideally, I would have someone that would purge them. I think the DH might be able to do so with his thing, but I don't know for sure. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell here in case the AoE goes out. It does not. I'm going to put a focus on this guy. I'm going to... Okay, tank is charging over to him. We're going to interrupt this. We have a full set of cooldowns available. I'm going to send my dragon through these to stun as many of them as possible. I used my Breathless Syndragosa late there, if I'm going to be honest, because I got distracted a little bit from the affix landing. That's going to be my excuse. Definitely not because I fucking suck at the game. I'm standing in shit because I have no choice. I'm in my cooldowns. I want to keep being able to hit the boss. Or not the boss, sorry, the whatever, the lingering image. But I stood in Dookie because I had to. I think we need to, but I think you need to. I think you may need to pull more. Okay, that should be everything we need to pull. I don't think we need to pull the Light Rot. That works out for me because I have my cooldowns ready here. That's beautiful. Get that Frostbane in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That is just some really good damage. He's going to get healed by 10% because we're not purging the thing. That is okay. We're going to slam this, and I guess I guess we need it. Do you want to take that into boss? Okay. DH pulls the boss for him again. We're going to put this down, I guess. Kick this, put a focus on it so I can kick it again in a moment. I'm going to step away because my cooldowns are coming up soon, and then I'll send my cooldowns into boss. Okay. We have everything ready. We're going to use everything in hopefully the correct order. There we go. Get the Frostbane out. Not the Frostbane, sorry, the Frostworm. Now we got the Frostbane. Tank is moving. We're okay with that. We don't care if we move. I kind of don't want to get this debuff, so I'm going to stand over here with my AMS. I think I could have finagled the angle of the dangle. Okay, we are in a really shit spot, bro. Our tank's getting bounced around like a $2 hooker, and we're now nobody melee can't reach it. Okay, I'm on the outside of that. These guys are gonna get bounced around. They did not get bounced around, in fact. Okay, good. Boss seems to be buffed by orbs because we couldn't really reach the orbs either. I don't know, man. We were all in melee for some reason. Why are we all in melee? I guess evoker range is not great, DH range is not great, but still, that's kind of ridiculous. Trying to get value out of my 45-second cooldowns right now. Man, not being able to hit the boss there for a little while was kind of annoying, but I guess I was out of my cooldown, so it didn't really matter too much, it felt like. I don't know, but that was really weird. It just didn't work out, I guess. I kind of wasted an empowered rune weapon here, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We get some CDR from those rhymes, and we should be fine. Now let's see how much damage. Can we actually pop this guy before he goes out? Let's send our Drake back, and he's just about dead. Dude, he's just about dead. I kicked the wrong one. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's okay. This guy dies anyway. There we go. We two-started. We two-started. Even though the tank on the first side, like, he was kind of, the route was kind of, he was scared. But outside of that, he started pulling like crazy on the other side, so I was happy with that. I accidentally summoned in the Child of Onara. Anyway, we have we restarted? We have a 13 key now? How the hell? Oh, I got 2 rating, but I got a +3. That's why I thought we two-started. Anyway. Oh, well, I Hearthstone, everybody left. That's unfortunate. Can't believe I got blamed for I can't believe I got blamed for pulling for the tank. The one time I actually don't do it. He says, I saw you grip. Yeah, but you didn't see the actual character running over there and smacking things and pulling them into combat with us. And then I help you try to get aggro on the mobs that matter. And you tell me to not pull for it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But it doesn't matter. We 3-star it. We're good. We had so much damage, it didn't even matter. We have a 13 key now. I kind of want to jump into a 13. I might list it as a 12 because people seem to like joining 12s more. It makes functionally no difference. But we're going to go do an Algeth'ar 13. I'm going to list it again as 12 because why not? And we're going to see if we can get some blasters in there and get our first 12 timed. And then I don't have to do affixes on stream later today where you can join me for some keys while I get myself geared on this character because I'm still just 263. Keeping up with, I don't know what item level this DH was, but it was 280 something, I think. You have a geared tank and a big damage unholy that I'm going to dumpster. He says big damage. You know what? Let's go. Let's see if unholy is that much better than frost that a 244 one will actually wreck me. And here we go with a 13 fortified tyrannical guile, and my guile was such that I was able to convince these people that it's a plus 12 that would actually apply to it, even though a 13 and a 12 has barely any difference. It has a difference of 10 rating. Mobs have a bit more HP, so I can pad on them harder. That's about it. I guess since crit is so important, I'm gonna go and go for some crit here. He gives crit, right? No, that's versatility. Shit, the first guy gave crit. I guess we go with versatility. I don't feel like running back now for some stats. Sorry, I got self-muted there for a second. So let's see here. Does our friend go chicken form? I can't seem to inspect him. For some reason we can't inspect inside of dungeons. Okay. Well, he's not going into chicken form. I don't know if he has the thing. Gonna put a skull up here. Gonna use anti-magic shell. Frost Scythe, and we're going to breath into this, into hit everything with this, and to send this backwards, and to blast the bejesus out of these. Frostbane on it too. I don't know where the druid is standing. Druid just got disoriented. We are not in for a good time. Yep, druid's dead. And a shadow meld. Somebody else has aggro. Okay. The druid DC or something? Well, I had a 13 key.
Wasn't necessary.
Try not to get hit by swirly. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. We were off to a good start. 30-second wait for healer. We were off to a good start. If we wait for the healer to run up to us now, what we're gonna have is we're gonna have our cooldowns back. So I'm gonna be able to go again and slam it. Hitbox. You were in the middle of a circle. He says XD. All right, well, let's try that again. So much for the food buff, am I right? Okay, it's pulling that one last. We're going to go ahead and set up our Frost Fever here. Set up our Frost Fever. Frost Scythe once. I'm going to anti-magic shell. And let's go open up with breath. I gave him 15 sunders, bro. I gave him 15 sunders. He is not getting any more than that. Tank dipping a little bit low, juking me, but we'll get back into it. Get those Frostbanes out. He's backpedaling, which might be why he's having trouble getting out of those circles. I guess he doesn't want to show his back to the mobs, which is good tank habit. Doesn't matter too much on a Guardian Druid. Sure, they dodge, but it's not an important part of the mitigation. I've seen 20s tanked with their backs turned to the mobs just for fun. Seriously, if you want to see it, check out a Wu tank. He does it just for fun sometimes. This guy is still not dead. I think it's because one of our DPS is just tunneling into the wrong mob, even though there's a skull active, like a skull marker active. Our tank is really struggling at this point, but we're about to kill one of the lashers. It was the one I marked. He gets wings, I think I saw on him. Either that or just there was a proc of something from the priest that made it look like he had wings. I don't know, but he manages to live through it, even though one of our DPS was tunneling into the wrong mob. Beautiful. Our priest did exactly 0 damage. He's a pacifist. It's very impressive. Holy Priest can actually do some decent AoE. So I'm a little surprised that that is the case. I'm going to step backwards here and we're going to hold all of our damage until the little ads come out, because then we can pad like crazy. Hopefully we have no more happy little accidents like that first pull. Okay, our unholy DK friend gets smacked in the face, as was expected, because he stood right on top of the boss. I back away a little bit so that our tank gets punched first. And we're waiting for optimal pad moment. Optimal pad moment here. Make our DPS look good. Okay, somebody ran a little bit ahead of us. That's fine. We're going to activate a dancing rune weapon. We have Bone Grinder running. We're going to reactivate that. Frost Sights are going out. I'm going to shadow meld that branch damage or branch aggro. We are absolutely obliterating these mobs. Beautifully done. Love that. Love that. That is perfect. This guy needs to die. People need to stand in this. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell and just hope for the best. I seem to be the only one who has managed to clear. Okay, this group is just... it ain't it. It ain't it. We're going to get our healer back up. Maybe this wasn't the best group to lie to about it being a 13. But I don't think a 13 or a 12 makes a difference here. I think that the bigger issue is the fact that people are standing everywhere except for on top of each other here. And our tank is running really far out ahead. And I should have switched to the branch. I'll do that in the future. Branch is coming up here in a moment. We're going to be activating the DPS for the branch here. Hold on. There we go. Where's my damage is the bigger question here. Frostling is not here to lend us his aid with the DPS. Can I put a skull on this? Maybe then people actually switch to it. Maybe our unholy DK is not in cooldowns right now. We need to kill this thing. Otherwise people are just going to die again. Yeah, bro, I can't do it in boss combat. I'm just going to wait for the tank to die. He turned around and died. I'm going to release Spirit and I'm going to vote to abandon because this was a tragedy. I don't know. The DPS isn't bad or anything. It's just that we didn't switch damage to the branch or whatever. I'm just gonna leave. Well, now I have a 12. I'm gonna list it as a 12 again. I don't even give a shit. We're gonna go again. Fuck it. And here we go with an actual 12 Algeth'ar Academy. It took me forever to put this group together. We even had people joining, and then like finally when I find a tank after like, I don't know, 10 minutes of waiting for a tank, they leave. Hold on, this is the crit one, right? I don't want to take versatility again. There we go. Critical strike. 3% extra crit. That's great. Okay. Anyway, it was a long put together for this 12 run. Hopefully this one goes better than the first one. Let's put it that way. Tank is running ahead. A hunter's pulling. Hunter's body pulling. Hunter's just pulling. I'm gonna stun that. And hopefully the hunter is aware enough to not walk into swirlies now. Okay, let's get a Scythin, Goragosa or Syndragosa or whatever is gonna go out after I get my stuff. There we go. We're gonna send a second one. Probably should have waited there. I think I should have waited a little bit just to put everything together, but I think I'm hitting most of the things with most of my damage. That's what really matters. The skull mark to a Wild Lasher is very much dead. I'm gonna mark this one. We're gonna keep slamming damage. This is significantly better than the first time around, even though we did have the hunter just kind of walk forward aimlessly into a pack of mobs. I don't think he realized that the druid was stealth, so he thought that the druid had aggro on those. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter too much. What matters is that we managed to get through this pull, and the tank has done 20s or whatever. I think I can't actually look at it during combat. Apparently, I can't mouse over the tank. Yeah, tank's done a 20 Algeth'ar. I think we're safe. I think he's talking to his disc priest friend or whatever in German. It is German, I know that much for certain. It's just I'm confused why he's speaking to him in say chat instead of whispers or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Frostbane we can use here. I'm kind of just holding for when all the ads come down so that I can pad as hard as humanly possible. I'm even going to hold a little bit longer here. Watch this now. Okay, everything is going to get sent on this pack of mobs. I don't even care. Just gonna slam a big damn damage on this. I'm gonna switch to this thing because I don't want to have a repeat of last time. Sending all my damage into the ancient branch. Do not care. I would love to stun it. Okay, let's stand in this. I think the boss gets healed by this anyway. Yeah, I think he got healed by 1% or something. It doesn't really matter if we do that or don't do that. I found that it does not usually lead to the boss dying significantly faster. I guess it does add up in 20s and stuff where he gets healed for more as well, I think, like 3% or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I think it's always a flat amount of healing that it does to the boss. A certain percentage, I should say. And we have 45-second cooldowns. I can't afford to hold these for pad and stuff because then my stuff will desync and that's never good. Trying to get a Frostbane here to proc, but I'm not having any luck. We may as well pad, right? May as well pad with some... Oh, my disc priest friend is down. We're gonna let his healer or his tank buddy take care of that. Okay, we're not. Okay, we are. Whatever, man. Trying to kill this thing. I'm going to stun it. We're gonna kill it. Tank's keeping that away from us. Here's the circle. We're kind of forced to stand and shit. Our hunter wasn't in the circle. Our priest friend wasn't in the circle. I don't want to send here. Boss is just about dead. I will frost scythe just to pad a bit more, but that was really awkward. I don't know. It's whatever. I think our bear is carrying the disc priest to victory, but the disc priest is also like a 3.8k player just on a different spec now, so that's cool. All right, we have all of our cooldowns. I will send all of my cooldowns here. I did a bit of a boo-boo here. I did not use my breath before my Deathbringer's mark, but I didn't waste any of my, what are they called? Exterminates or my killing machines or anything like that. I didn't use those before my breath went up, so I think I did okay anyway. I have a giant shield on me. I'm not going anywhere. I will get knocked here, though. I'm not in my cooldown, so I didn't want to use my thing to make it happen. We're getting another 45-second cooldown in here. I'm cool with that. It means good damage for me. I'm okay with it. I'm fine. I'm happy. And that guy is dead. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm going to ignore these two because they're XDing it up in German and shit, and it's kind of annoying me. They're not doing anything wrong. I'm going to ignore them just so I don't have to look at what they're typing. It's distracting me. I have no cooldowns for this set of mobs. Tank is resetting his bleed stacks because druids don't dodge shit, even though they have like 20% dodge, depending on how much crit they have. They still don't dodge shit. So there is that. All right, for this next set of birdies, I have absolutely everything. We've set up Frost Fever. We're going to go ahead and use our breath. We're going to get our bone grinder. We're going to send our big birdie out. My bird's bigger than your birds, Algeth'ar. My bird is bigger than your birds, and that is going to absolutely demolish this. Holy shit, the warrior had everything too, it looks like. We're gonna put a skull up on this one. I'm just gonna get started here. I don't even care. If I get pecked by one bird, that's fine. All the tank has to do is thrash. He's got a lot of gear. He just has to thrash, and he did in fact thrash. Incredible. Bear does thrash. More news at 5. We are actually focusing down the skull bird, which is good. Skull bird's getting absolutely demolished, which is good. Is he getting demolished? I can't see in combat whether he's getting demolished or not. I'm sending my cooldowns here to have things sync up. Was that a bad call? That was a bad call, Vlad. That was a bad call, Vlad. I pressed all my cooldowns, but I really shouldn't have. I should have sent my 45 seconds at the start of the boss fight, and then I can send everything when the damage amp comes. That was a bit of a mistake by yours truly, but it's not a big deal. It's whatever. It's a 12. I am also still learning, you know? I'm also still trying to decide. Although sending cooldowns on cooldown on Frost is not a bad idea. That's still gonna be overall pretty good, I think. We have all of our cooldowns. I think I'm still only going to send 45s because I think we're gonna reach that 45-second mark pretty quickly, or 45% mark pretty quickly. So again, I'm going to send my 45s, but I will not send my breath and my dragon because those are minute and a halves, and I would like to have that damage ready for when we do amplified damage, right? I'm not going to send any defensives here. I'm hoping that the healer just heals us, and I'm sure they will. I'm not too worried about taking too much damage. As a DK, I'm just so naturally tanky that it kind of doesn't even matter. Picking up more orbs. That's 3 orbs here. I'm going to go over to this side and try and get an orb into the fire one to prep us a bit ahead of time. No luck there. I think I can send another set of 45s. Maybe I should have sent my minute and a halves. Okay, we're learning. I thought we would get to 45% faster, and I think we will because everyone just got their haste buffs. And yeah, I should have held through this. I should have just held through this. I did a boobie. A boobie? What? A boo-boo. I don't know where that... I don't know what I was trying to say. I did a boobie, guys. I did a boobie. Whatever. We're still learning as we go. I'm not going to have my cooldowns ready for the 45% damage amp unless we hold. I'm not going to go pick up any orbs. 10 seconds, guys. Come on. 10 seconds. One more orb. Somebody needs to bring one more orb in. Perfect. I was a greedy douchebag and I didn't pick up any orbs. So that we can get the damage. Oh, here we go. All right, let's go, dude. We're gonna do the big dam. We got the bone grinder. We got the second half of that. Keep slamming. Okay, good. That gave us some good damage. It all worked out in the end. All I had to do was not go pick up an orb. Perfect. Works well for me, friends. Works well for me. Now the next Screech we absolutely use anti-magic shell for. Right before it hits, so we make sure that the ticking damage doesn't take it away, although I don't think it would. The reason we use it is to not get hit by that dot. I could have used an anti-magic zone, but honestly, I don't think this healer needs it. I don't think this healer needs it at all. And that should be Croft dead here momentarily. I really don't want to send my 45. I'm going to send my 45s here. Let's keep everything in sync. Let's keep everything in sync for the next time I send my cooldowns for it to be a big one. So far, sending on cooldown seems to be the way to go. I did overhold there on this fight. I could have sent my minute and a halves twice. but it's hard to tell in 12s. In higher keys, I'm sending everything on cooldown every time pretty much, because unless I know I'm gonna miss the damage amp for sure. Oh shit, I just walked up way too fast. Oh, we're taking this into bridge pack. I can appreciate that. That's pretty nice. Gonna put a focus on this guy. Okay, we have everything ready in just a moment. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I like this so much. Okay, breath and send this and get the bone grinder and send everything. I didn't interrupt because I knew I was going to do this. Now I'm going to interrupt. I'm sure it's not going to switch to that guy and lose all this AoE damage. Frostbane on him though. I'm not making use of all my empowered rune weapons during my pillar window. I need to get that buff tracked again, the pillar buff. Hunter is all the way over there. I can't really bait those at all. I am an Night Elf. Sorry, I was scratching my nose, so it sounded weird there. I am a Night Elf, but I don't want to step out of melee just to bait that. I'm going to Shadow Meld here so I can get... Nope, I'm still in combat because of taking damage. Okay, that's... we're splitting the platform full. I'm going to grip this over because it's probably me that's going to get slept if I don't. Okay, we managed to get our 45 seconds in pretty much on cooldown, which is always good. I'm going to kick this, and then if the other one gets the cast off, that's just how it was meant to be, and it seems like it was meant to be. Kind of got distracted there by all the things that I could have done to help the group, which is usually the case when Vlad plays DPS, is I spend too much time trying to help the group, especially when I'm not sure what the pulls are going to be. Like this time, I'm going to kick the surge, I'm going to stun this surge, and I'm just going to hope, okay, CC goes out for that. I was going to say, I'm just going to hope that it's me who doesn't get slept, or it's not me who gets slept would be a better way to say that. And that way what happens is I can CC things. Send out the dragon here. We have 1.5 minute cooldowns again. We're going to go ahead and try and make use of those. Everything's grouped now. Let's send the dragon backwards. I'm going to blind here because casts are getting ready to go off. We're going to stun this. I can't. A roar goes off to stop that one. I get a kick in. It wasn't my kick apparently that done did it, but it got it done. I think Tank is trying to grab a few more mobs. We have to kill this spellbound battle axe for the boss to start spawning. So we're just patting on these mobs, I guess. Want bloodlust question mark? Yeah, we may as well use it, I guess. I need to send my cooldowns very soon to keep things somewhat in sync. They're already desynced by a little bit, but it's working out. This tank's really good, as I would expect from someone who's cleared at 20, and we're good to go. Slam-a-damma. Slam-a-damma. We are a little bit late on the use of our 45 seconds, but I kind of don't mind. People are blocking these. Bear is blocking them as well, as expected. Mana bombs are out. Should anti-magic shell for every mana bomb. I'm going to drop this right in the middle because I don't care. Tank could just move and give us more space if we start running out of space. I'm going to stand over here, block this one. Mana bombs are coming out soon. I have cooldowns soon. Mana bomb is not on me. I'm going to give the priest an anti-magic zone here for him to stand in for this AoE, the arcane fissure. I didn't get targeted by a mana bomb, so I just do not care about what's going on with that. All right, we breath, we use this, we get our bone grinder, we send out the worm, and we start slamming the damage here. Slamming the damage. Send the worm backwards, slamming the damage. I need to frost strike more in this. Man, I'm torn. I know that I'm overcapped and I should make use of frost strike. I think I should really only spend it if it's frostbane. I don't know, man. I need to look at a guide, I think, at this point for all that min-maxing. Still don't need to use the defensive. This is not the overlap. It is the overlap. I'll use the defensive. There we go. Full HP. Whatever. My bad. I thought that was not the overlap. I was wrong. I apologize. I have lied to you. I have shamed my family. I have done horrible things, and I hope you all can forgive me for lying to you so baselessly. The boss is dead here. We're going to drop off this circle. Getting dragged around a little bit. Got to be careful for that frontal. Don't stand in that frontal. Boss dead, and we can move on. That's some good single target damage there. Some Arcane Forager damage is in there. 14.2% Arcane Forager. Okay, maybe it's not great single target damage. Whatever. We're grouping everything up. I don't even have to grip anything. I think I sent 45 seconds here. Actually, no, just send everything, bro. I'm overthinking it. I'm going to use an anti-magic shell. There we go. We're going to go ahead and activate the breath. I'm going to kick this. We're going to get our bone grinder running. Get that frostbane use in there. That would be good. And that is the group dead. All right, cool. Nice. And we did good damn. Tank did great damn. What the hell? 200k with DPS for just trashing? That's crazy. It's like I forget how good bear damage is. But then again, I think he has the item level advantage. Yeah, 289 versus 263, which is 275. I forget what the hunter is, honestly. I invited him a very long time ago, and he stuck through this the entire way, which I do appreciate. Is the bear going to pull more? I have a feeling he will. He's going to grab to that one. We're going to... Oh, we're gripping triple invoker, triple everything. Okay, let's get these out. I'm going to IBF and this. I'm going to send my... Oh, we're not grabbing. Okay, we didn't grab those guys at the door. So it's not triple. It would have been quadruple Echo Knight, actually. I'm hoping we don't pull these guys in the center while trying to avoid the swirlies and whatnot. So far, so good. I'm trying to stay on the side where the bear is so that I can keep doing damage. Knockback goes out. We're going to go ahead and interrupt those now. Arcane Smash goes out. I have a shield. I'm not going to use anything. Beautiful. Okay, we have all our cooldowns ready, but at this point, I kind of hesitate to send them. These mobs are... Well, we don't have them ready, but we will have them ready soon. I kind of hesitate to send it because these mobs are halfway, you know, they got a foot in the grave. So I'm going to send it on the next set of mobs here. We would like to finish this off before we have it stomp again. I'm going to stay out here and try and make sure that happens. There we go. Are we going into boss? I do not know. We're getting close to boss, but I don't know if we're going into boss. I'm going to anti-magic shell here. I still have a big shield, it looks like. No, I don't. We are going into boss. I'm going to hold lust now. It is lust time. It is lust o'clock. Okay. We're sending everything. The bone grinder is up. Okay, this worked out quite well. I'm glad I held. I think I ate an orb there, but I don't really give a shit at this point. Trying to get all my damage out. I didn't get the second Frostworm's Fury during the, what is it called? I need to get out of here. Okay. Almost got launched. I didn't get my second Frostworm's Fury during a Bone Grinder, but I kind of don't give a shit. If I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of don't give a shit. I am just blocking orbs left and right. Okay, there's a bomb on me. I'm going to anti-magic shell. I didn't use it soon enough, I guess, so I got the debuff. I'm going to try and drop it off over here. We've dropped off a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to avoid taking any more orbs. And let's send our 45-second cooldowns again. Okay. I don't have anti-magic shell. I'm going to have to move out of that. There we go. Cast is done. Keep slamming those frost strikes whenever I can. Got to send my empowered rune weapons here. I'm going to just use them all up, make sure that I get good use out of them. I feel like I'm underutilizing them during my pillar windows. People are stacking on top of each other over there. Does that not give them multiple stacks? We're kind of fighting on top of all these orbs. I really don't know why. The tank has plenty of space on this side of the room. We could just move really far away and get away from all of those, but at this point, I guess it doesn't even matter. Sending absolutely everything again, activating Bone Grinder by using my killing machines, just slamming the damage as hard as we possibly can. Bear dropping off a circle all the way in the edge there, and just to earn himself another stack of the debuff. Sorry, my brain just paused there for a super long time, but another stack of the debuff. Ah, shit, and I eat an orb. God damn it, I'm bad. Sorry. I would apologize to the group, but the boss is about dead, and I don't want to stop DPSing just to do that. Oh my god, I'm just eating every orb ever. Sending cooldowns one more time, and we 2-star our first 12 because tank big, tank go boom boom. Our DPS is weird looking. Hold on, Algeth'ar 12. Hunter beat us. Very good. Very good. Very well done by the Hunter. We got a Hero Platinum Star Band. That is kind of big. And now if I get a Myth Platinum Star Band... Oh my god, no freaking way, dude. I actually got the one thing I want from here. I cannot believe it, bro. I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. I'm going to hit them with the YouTube message. We're going to peace out. GG and leave party. I cannot. It's the one thing I want from here. Sure, there's other pieces that I could utilize, right? But the one thing I wanted from here was the ring. Like 100% I want the ring from here. And I cannot believe I got it. I got it on Hero. And I was like, you know what? Let's send it. And boom. Just sounded like Super Mario there. Woohoo! That's the Super Mario good loot jump sound effect right there. I cannot believe I got that. Holy shit. Well, let's immediately enchant it. And we're going to immediately put some primary stat gem in there. And we're going to replace the one we have right now. That is incredible, friends. That is such good luck. And I think, was that our 2K rating? That was our 2K rating. So we got a Dawnlight Mana Flux from that. I haven't done 2 of the dungeons and I've gotten 2K rating. That's actually kind of stupid. Well, we can disenchant. I'm not going to disenchant, that this might be weird, but I'm not going to disenchant the hero one, because if I upgrade the hero one with hero crests, which I have a few of, hold on. Yes, I have 200 of them. If I upgrade it to 6 out of 6, I actually get discount to get, like for 0 crests, I get to 2 out of 6 myth. Right? So that's kind of sick. Our Hunter's whispering us. Mate, are you looking to create more of a team for M+ to push? I have one, but thank you for the interest. So our damage done looks all sorts of weird, but this is the true damage done for the end of the dungeon. So Algeth'ar plus 12. It was showing us damage done from other runs before that somehow, weirdly. And what this hunter did was exactly right. He asked if I'm looking to create more of a team. I said we had one, and he asked if we had space for a DPS player. I said we're full. And he says, fair enough, good luck further. And I said to you too, friend, this is exactly what you want to do if you want to find a group of friends to play with, is just whisper someone who played well after a run ends, right? So the damage here looks a little bit weird, but I will excuse myself by saying the bear is 289 and I'm 264. I'm actually higher item level now because I have this myth ring. Before that, I was lower item level, actually. The hunter, though, he did blast. Now I'm interested. Hungry Lasher damage is really high up there. 2 different Hungry Lasher damages, I guess. So we're both pretty patty. We don't really have that much prio damage, it looks like, between me and the hunter. There's not much prio damage happening. Although he popped off on the first pull. Let me take a look at the first pull. I'm actually curious. Aggravated Skitterfly, yes, the one that the hunter pulled. I did beat him on that. That's a little bit surprising. We did about the same prio damage to the Vile Lasher. He did a bit more. That's very good. That's really, really, really good. That's super important, is to do a bunch of damage to the Vile Lasher. Tank did the most to the Vile Lasher, it looks like, while still also padding the most on the Hungry Lashers. Dude, I cannot wait to actually have my full set of gear so that I can tell what my damage breakdown actually looks like and what my things do and blah, 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 blah. I'm looking forward to all that. But friends, I think that is pretty much it for this video. We managed to get a plus 12 done, our first one, before we've even done all the dungeons, which I think is really good. Pushing your own key is the way to go, even though it sometimes feels very slow. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a like, make sure you subscribe, because there's more episodes of me going to 3.4K on this character and probably many more coming. If you made it to this point of the video, include the word branch in your comment, because in that 13 Algeth'ar, that branch was a problem. If you do include the word branch in your comment, I'll make sure to heart it when I see it. But as always, friends, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.